What's up, guys? It's your boy DJ. Welcome back to my channel with my 2006 Ford Mustang GT Reckless 4.6. On today's video, we're going to be doing a video on, where did I put it? Chrome. Alright, we're going to be doing the video on the seafoam. You can buy your seafoam at your local O'Reilly's, Auto Parts, Advanced Auto Boys, Walmart. This is where I get it. Walmart probably has the cheapest place you can get it. It costs about $6.42 if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so we're basically going to be doing the test. Like, my car's from 2006, so the owner before me, I don't know if he's ever cleaned out the, you know, you put in regular gas, you have all this buildup and carbon monoxide that builds up in the car. A lot of people use this for a gas treatment. I like to use mine, and I use half in the vacuum line, a quarter in the gas tank, and then a quarter inside the engine intake. So alright, so he's going to come over here, we're going to pop the hood and basically show you what we're working with. Go ahead and give him a little show, give him a little peep of the 4.6 liter V8 that Ford came out with. Unfortunately, this isn't a 5.0, which does push out just a little bit more horsepower, but I do love my little 3 valve. My 3 valve does have a lot of power, and it is pretty good on the gas, and it does make some power for it being a 4.6 liter V8 out of 2006. Alright, so basically what you're going to do is you want to locate where your vacuum line is. So as you shine the light over here and show them on here, we're going to go ahead and look for the vacuum line, which your vacuum line usually is towards the back of your car. Usually it's going to be plugged into another part of your motor, which you're going to have to disconnect. So just looking for it, you're going to look around. Usually it is on the back side of the motor, near the firewall.
Brake booster.
Alright, that's your brake booster there. That's your key sensor. Alright, maybe it might be. You think it's this one? No. It might be this one, right? I'm thinking it's this one. No, that one's not it.
It's right over there.
It's right here. Here it is, right here. Alright, so pretty much it is an old hole, so you're going to have to give it a little bit of a shimmy. Hold it up. And when you turn your car, it is going to start kind of idling pretty funny, like it wants to turn off. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the car, and he's going to pretty much show you how it is.
You gotta put the oil first in the vents.
Alright, yeah, so like my cameraman just pointed out, you can put it in the vacuum line first in the intake. I like to go ahead and do a quarter in the intake right here where the oil goes, a quarter in the gas tank, but today I don't really want to do it in the gas tank, so I'm going to do just half inside the actual motor and then half in the vacuum line. And the more smoke that does come out, it means that's the dirtier your car is and the more it's getting clean. So a lot of people don't really believe that this helps out your car, and me personally, I love the way my car drives after I use the seafoam. Every time I do a drive before, a test drive before and after, and I kid you not, on my 2007 V6, what was it, Real Steel? Yeah, that's what I named it, Real Steel. That drove kind of funny. Check out the S550. EcoBoost with a turbo. Nice turbo on it. But anyways, like I was saying, so when I did drive it, I did a test drive before, and it was driving kind of funny. After, it honestly felt like it came off the line. So I've always really liked the seafoam treatment. I like to do mine about every 4 to 6 months, because using 87, which every other car uses, your cars pretty much get dirty. Your cars are burning off all the gas fumes, and they're building up carbon, they're building up oil, they're building up all this residue inside the motor that really can, after a while, clog the pipes and the inside the motor, the cylinders and everything, which slow you down on driving. It doesn't add horsepower, which is not what I'm saying, but it does help drive a little bit more easier. So let's go ahead with the video and continue. We'll go ahead and pop it open. Open it up. I do recommend when you do this that your car isn't hot. It doesn't really make a difference if it's hot, but it settles a lot easier in the motor if it is cooler versus it's hot, because it does burn off just a little bit quicker. So you're just going to go ahead and pour it straight down in there. Going to go about half the can, which is pretty much that's it. Close it back up. And then I'm going to go ahead and you want to go ahead and turn the car while myself. Right here, closer so they can see. I'll set it up. Let me see. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here really quick. Let's go ahead and. All right. All right. So now that it is focusing just a little bit weird, you're gonna get your vacuum hose and you're just gonna pretty much. It is a lot better if you have 2 people and you go ahead and put it straight in there. Once you feed it all through the engine, through the vacuum line, you're just gonna plug it back up. You wanna let your car sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then once you're done, you're gonna pretty much turn it on and then you're gonna slowly rev it. And basically as you're revving, it's going through the motor and it's gonna burn out the fumes out the back. Now, if your car does happen to turn off while you're feeding the seafoam, all you have to do is just relax, turn the car back on, and then slowly feed it. It is better if you have 2 people because you're gonna need one person to step on the gas and idle it, that way rev it before it turns off, and then you're going to need one person to feed it down the vacuum line. You don't want to over choke it, so you want to do small portions. If you do too much, you are going to clog it and it's going to turn off and you're going to have to turn it back on and then repeat the same process. So now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and turn off the video. We're going to let it sit for 10 minutes and then we're going to turn it back on and let it go through the motor and run through it and then burn off all the fumes. All right, let about 10-15 minutes done pass. Now we're going to go ahead and turn the car and we're going to rev it at a reasonable, about 2,000 RPM. You don't want to go too much because then if you do too much, it ain't going to flow through the motor slow enough and burn off all the carbon monoxide and all the other bad things that are clogged up in your motor.
Break your pulleys.
All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the motor and rev it about 2,000, and you're going to kind of start, rev on and off. You don't want to hold a continuous rev. So the question is, does seafoam really work? Let's see how dirty my how dirty Reckless is actually. Let's go ahead and just see. car just stay on and idle out, and it'll clean off the rest. So yeah, he wasn't as dirty as I thought he was, so that's pretty good. I mean, there's not too much carbon monoxide built up in there, and not too many other bad, you know, things in there. So, oh, the car's rolling.
Reckless and ready to go.
Stop it. Stop it. No. Stop that. So make sure you do put up the emergency brake if you don't want him to leave. So like I was saying, stop it. I put the emergency brake on. But anyway, like I was saying, after you rev it, pretty much you just want to go ahead and let the car idle out and clean the rest of it out of the motor. So it's going to pretty much run through there, and if I was you, I would wait about 10-15 more minutes, just let the car idle on, because if you do drive it while the seafoam is still in the car's going to start bouncing. Like if you know, it's going to start bouncing and stalling basically as if you need to switch gears, which I've noticed on an automatic with my last Mustang, it was jolting and it wouldn't drive. So on the sticks, you probably won't be able to shift as well. So I would just wait and give it about 10-15 minutes, like I said, after you've already revved it, and let it idle just to make sure it all went through the system and clean out the motor and all the carbon monoxide is pushed out the exhaust. So that's pretty much it, and then we'll go ahead and show you guys how it sounds. It does clean up the sound a little bit, and it does clean up the motor. As you see, the car does quiet down a little bit once it's starting to rev through because it is cleaning. So the good thing about seafoam is it's not expensive. It costs about $7. It does have a lot of good benefits. I don't see any negatives to it, besides the fact that, you know, while you're putting it in, your car might turn off. But as long as you have 2 people, it's pretty simple. We did this in less than, putting it in less about 5 minutes, and then the whole overall process should take you about 30 minutes, just from the point of putting it in, opening the vacuum line, sticking it through there, and then revving it and letting it idle. So after pretty much it's done, you do have a cleaner sounding car, and it does perform better. So in my opinion, I love seafoam, and it does work. So that's pretty much it for this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Thank you for following this channel. Peace from me and Reckless 4.6.